Sherelle, what can be done after a trip to keep, or after a missional experience, to keep that experience front and center for the youth so that it continues to have a lasting impact? I think sometimes these big experiences can sort of become siloed almost, and then it's like back to our everyday lives. How do we keep those things connected?
So I think one of the things you have to do is that's why it's important to do mission and outreach where you are and not just in other spaces. Is because when I'm in other spaces, when I leave that space, it can give me the illusion that the mission or the outreach is done or it's over. But when I'm finding ways in my own community to do mission and outreach, that thing is always there, it's always present. And so it's not, and the other side of this is it's not so much the experience, it's not so much the trip itself that you're trying to keep front and center, but it's the value and the things you learn from
Mm.
the trip that you're trying to keep front and center. So the finding value in another culture, the offering what you have to be shared with others, those are the things that you kind of want to keep front and center. In some ways, that'll naturally happen. You'll go somewhere. There'll be a connection built, like if you're visiting another youth group or something, there'll be a connection built and the kids can naturally keep in contact. In some ways that can be done because like if you visit someplace like Back Bay Mission, or if you visit somewhere else that does like that kind of work, from time to time you can check back in with that organization, or to have them go on the website if they worked on a project, like if they worked on a mural and the mural wasn't finished, then to have them go back and to check and see what it looks like now or what the complete project looks like. Those kind of things I think are ways to do that. But the thing we want to keep them connected to is the emotions of the experience.
Mm.
What did it feel like to be here? Because that's the thing that's the thing that's impacting them. It's not just the space, it's the ways in which they were changed by being in the space and by creating more opportunities for them to experience those changes, so that it doesn't become a one-time thing if it's not a one-time thing. But if it's something that I'm continually doing, it's always front and center for me. And I think that, there's always going to be work to be done. There's always going to be some way or some shape or form that we can help someone else, and in ways that we think are huge, sometimes in ways that we think are really small. Like right now, in the midst of COVID-19, mission and outreach is checking on a member of your congregation that might not have anybody checking on them. It could be something as simple as, checking in with someone who you know is in the same grade as you,
Mm.
so that now mission and outreach are not just people that are older than me or people who have less physical things or material things than I have, but it's something that becomes checking on the personhood of someone else
Mm.
and connecting in a way that's not an exchange. But again, it comes back to that relationship building kind of aspect. I think that it's going to be a one-time experience if you let it be a one-time experience. But as long as you continue to pull from it and expand it into different things, it will be in front of them and it will be a part of who they continue to be.
It's almost like you're making an argument for mission as pastoral care, where it's like we're reaching out, and finding those connections and those relationships and tending to the God we see in someone else, the namaste idea, right? We're honoring the God that lives in and between and among all of us. It's a really relational way to do mission. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks.